Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here with Eaton. Lee, another cracking show tonight. I mean, on paper, I didn't have the big name we were after, but the fights itself were brilliant from top to bottom.
Yeah, this obviously we've had the headaches coming up to the show. Obviously losing the McGregor fight, obviously the Zoltan Zerbeck fight and stuff. But obviously we made the best of a bad situation. We had a good show, six bouts, 6 good fights. Danny Murrell obviously made his professional debut and got within record numbers on the stream, 12,500 watching him on an opening fight. Old Chippy Tit's done alright, didn't he? But no, listen, nice kid, done really well. Obviously it was a learning fight for his debut. Fair play to him. Obviously he'll be back out in the new year. One thing about Danny Murrell, obviously there was no space on these shows and that. He's actually paid for that fight. Him and his sponsors are paid for that fight, so he can come on the show. Because obviously the budget is only a certain amount of fights and stuff like that. So he wanted to get out and he wanted to get his debut out of the way. So fair play to him for doing that. So yeah, obviously Inder Singh Bassi versus Jack Martin. I thought it was going to go. Yeah, I thought Inder Singh Bassi would win deep down. But obviously Jack Martin was very, very good, really strong. And bossed the fight really, so it was good, fair on the scorecards. Inder Singh Bassi will come again. Obviously, listen, both 2-0 versus a 3-0, so both took a risk and it paid off for Jack. Didn't pay off for Inder, but doesn't matter. There's plenty of fights out there. Jack Martin will be back in the new year. Obviously, another step up fight. Someone like a Khan Hawes or something like that. It's a good fight for him. So a good fight there. Obviously, next fight was Lewis Emberson. Lewis done really, really well. Obviously, he was against a journeyman fighter. Obviously, who he come and had a go, but he did. Do you know what I mean? He comes. Listen, it is what it is. That fight. But with Lewis, obviously, Billy Joe really rates him. He's definitely got the skills. So I'd like to see him in with someone with a winning record, like 3-4-0 or 5-3, 6-3 fight or something like that. Someone with a bit of ambition who's going to come and have and come and give it to him, and then he can see the best of Lewis. Paddy Donovan, skills to pay the bills. Very, very
phenomenal
good
performance from Paddy.
Phenomenal, yeah, very good. Listen, Jamani Camaro came to win tonight. Obviously, just talking to Andy Lee there. Andy Lee was happy. Obviously, always room for improvement from the coach. Wants to see him move up into an 8-round, possibly a WBC Youth World Title fight or something for Paddy. So yeah, listen, he's got a good team behind him in Top Rank. Obviously, Andy Lee. So he's a very good fighter. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does as a pro. Jack Rafferty versus.
I'm glad you remember Jack. I was like,
Jack Rafferty versus Tom Hill was an absolute banger.
Yep.
Both boys come and had the right go. Jack Rafferty winning. Tom Hill come and had a good go. Listen, Tom Hill will get another opportunity. Plenty of fights out there for him. Obviously, with us on our shows, if you come and have a good go, you always get another opportunity. So you've seen that with a lot of fighters. Obviously, Ryan Walker, Jeff Ofori and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see Tom again. But Jack Rafferty moves on. I'd like to match Jack. I'd like to do, I don't know if we can make it, if the English title comes vacant, because Echo Esserman's fighting Chris Jenkins, I've heard, or it's been mandated. So if Echo Esserman vacates that title, I'd like to see him versus Sam Gilly. 2 very good fighters at welterweight, going for the English title. If not, move on and fight for something else. But that's a great fight to make, and there's plenty of other fights to make in the welterweight division. Kalakmet. Jesus Christ.
His second pro fight.
Second pro fight. You know what? Fair play to Macaulay McGowan for sticking in there for that 10 rounds. A lot of people thought he should have been pulled out after 6 or 7. Listen, maybe, but obviously, listen, he's a brave man. Obviously, people say about obviously a brave corner and that, but listen, that corner, they know each other, they're trained, they know each other,
Yeah.
they know, listen, if there was a problem, he would have pulled him out. But very good performance from Kalakmet. Absolute beast. His footwork is just phenomenal. I'm looking forward to seeing him back.
Well, I spoke to Kalakmet this morning, and I said to him that he's got an old rivalry with Israel Madrimov,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
mentioned to him that you like Madrimov. He's one
I
of your
do like
favourite fighters.
Madrimov, he
and I
is.
said that to him, and he
Well-
says that. Well, I'm going to make Lee like me.
Yeah.
So do you like him?
Yeah, I do. Really like him. Do you know what? It's just the size difference. The amount of you see him at the weigh-in and then see him tonight. It's like two different people. It's unbelievable. Kalakmet, yeah, listen, great fighter. Looking forward to putting him, seeing what fights he goes in, defending his WBC international title. Don't know if there's going to be many fighters queuing up to fight him. But Macaulay McGowan will probably move down in weight and come up welter. He just went in there and get me a fight at welterweight.
Yeah.
So listen, he's in good spirits. Obviously, he's got a few cuts and bruises and stuff. But listen, he's a brave man, and fair play for getting through to the 10 rounds.
Definitely, I totally agree. So again, another fantastic fight night. The
Yeah,
next one
good.
we're looking forward to is the Golden Contract, which is
Golden
on
Contract.
paper an even better night.
Unbelievable on paper. Really looking forward to the Golden Contract. Jazza Dickens versus Ryan Walsh. Serge Michel versus
Could you squeeze Lee
Bolognics.
McGregor on that fight? Is that
This
on that
fight date for Lee McGregor's coming.
is it?
Yeah, announcements coming over the next couple of weeks. Our 2021 shows. Obviously, we just won the purse bid for Liam Walsh versus
Saw that, yeah.
Paul Highland Jr. So that'll be going on a show early in the first quarter. So yeah, no, there's plenty of announcements coming up. We're having a big year next year, but obviously December 2nd first, 2 Golden Contract finals, Danny Deacon versus Gino Canters, professional debut of Adam Azim, he's pending possibly, if he gets his licence, which is all in order, fingers crossed. Also Danny Darko versus Harlem Eubank. And yeah, and a couple of others, yeah, with a great fight, so for the final eliminator for the English title.
Well, that's in 3 weeks' time.
3 weeks, yeah,
time, so I'll
3
see you in 3
weeks.
weeks, Lee.
3 weeks.
Getting late, let's go back to the hotel.
Yeah, back to the hotel, get some food and back to bed.
Definitely, my brother.
Cheers,
Thanks very
brother,
much
thank
for doing
you.
Rifle TV.
Cheers,
We'll
mate.
speak to you soon, man.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.